Have you ever been stabbed in the back by someone you were willing to take a bullet for? There is a very specific, deep kind of pain that only comes from betrayal. When an enemy attacks you, it hurts, but you expect it. You can see them coming. But when a friend, a family member, or someone you deeply trusted walks out of your life, spreads lies about you, or completely breaks your trust, it leaves a wound that feels almost impossible to heal. King David wrote about this exact agony in Psalm 55. He said, "If an enemy were insulting me, I could endure it. But it is you, a man like myself, my companion, my close friend. If you are watching this right now and your heart is heavy because someone you loved handed you over to the enemy, I need you to listen very carefully. God did not miss what happened to you. He allowed it for a reason that is going to change your entire perspective." As we get closer to the Easter season, we talk a lot about the cross, but we often gloss over the man who made the cross happen, Judas Iscariot. Jesus spent 3 years pouring his life into 12 men. He ate with them, traveled with them, and trusted them. But Jesus, being God in the flesh, knew from the very beginning that Judas was a thief. He knew Judas was stealing from the money bag. He knew Judas was going to sell his life for 30 pieces of silver. Yet look at how Jesus treated the man who was going to destroy him. On the night before he was crucified, Jesus got down on his knees, took a towel and a basin of water, and washed the feet of his disciples. He didn't just wash Peter's feet. He didn't just wash John's feet. Jesus looked Judas directly in the eyes, took his dirty feet in his hands, and washed them with absolute love. He fed him at the table. He called him friend in the Garden of Gethsemane, right as Judas was kissing his cheek to hand him over to the guards. Why on earth would Jesus do that? Why wouldn't he expose him, yell at him, or kick him out of the group? Because Jesus understood a profound spiritual law. Your promotion requires a Judas. You cannot get to your resurrection without going through a crucifixion, and you cannot get to the cross without a betrayal. The person who hurt you thought they were destroying your life, but God is actually using their betrayal as a transportation vehicle to push you into your destiny. If Judas doesn't sell Jesus out, the cross never happens. If the cross never happens, the grave is never conquered, and humanity is never saved. The very person who tried to ruin you is the exact person God is using to elevate you. The hardest test of your Christian walk is not how you treat the people who bless you. The ultimate test of your spiritual maturity is how you treat your Judas. Are you going to retaliate? Are you going to gossip about them? Or are you going to wash their feet and let God handle your vindication? Romans 12:19 says, "Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, 'It is mine to avenge, I will repay,' says the Lord." When you try to get revenge, you are stepping into God's territory. You have to take your hands off the situation and trust the ultimate judge. Letting go of this kind of trauma is not something you can just do overnight. It takes a massive shift in your heart. If you are struggling with a deep wound from a friend, a spouse, or a church leader, there is an incredible book that you need to read right now. It is called Forgiving What You Can't Forget by Lisa TerKeurst. The author wrote this book while going through an agonizing public betrayal in her own marriage. It is not just Christian cliches. It is a raw, practical guide on how to actually release the person who ruined your life, even when they are not sorry. It will help you untangle your emotions and find peace again. I have put a direct link to get the book in the description below. If you are carrying the heavy weight of resentment today, please get a copy of this book and start the healing process. You do not have to be a prisoner to what they did to you anymore. Their betrayal is just a chapter in your story. It is not the ending. God is going to take the exact thing the enemy meant for evil and turn it around for your ultimate good. If you are ready to let go of the bitterness and let God be your defender, type "I release them" in the comments section below. Grab the book from the link in the description, subscribe to the channel, and keep walking in grace. God bless you.